The next model for the mass properties analysis activity is a mounting bracket. So start a new design in Fusion 360, click Assemble, and click New Component. And we'll just name this mounting bracket. Click OK, and make sure mounting bracket is selected, so activate that component. Click Create Sketch, and this time select the front plane, and then click Create and select Rectangle, and we'll use a center rectangle for this one. So start at the origin point, click, drag, and then let's put in the dimensions. The dimensions that you will need for this one would be 1.5 for your height, 1.5, and then for your length would be 5 inches. Press enter. So let's head back to the drawing. So I just put 1.5 for my height and 5 inches for my length. Okay, so I'm going to create a line going through the center and then down, and then right click, press OK, and then click on that line, and then right click, click normal / construction to just change that to a construction line, which we will need in order to mirror some shapes and lines that we will be drawing on the left side. So the first one is a 2-point rectangle. So click 2-point rectangle and start from this corner and then click. So another way of dimensioning would be to select the sketch dimension. Okay, so let's look at what dimensions we need for this though. So as you can see, the dimension for the height of this rectangle, which is this piece right here, is not mentioned, but we know that the total height is 1.5. The height from here to here is 0.75, and then the height from this to this part is 0.5. Okay, so I could go click on sketch dimension and select this line above and then the one below, and then type in that formula. So I go, so 1.5 minus 0.75 minus 0.5. Enter. And so the answer is 0.25. Okay, and then the other dimension that we need is, it says here on this side, so from here to here is 0.625, which is the same distance of this to this part. Okay, so I'm going to click on this line and then this second line and then type 0.625. Okay, next. So now I need to draw a line from this edge drawn to this edge. And then it tells us in this drawing that the angle, which you could find here on the opposite side, is 30 degrees. So I could use sketch dimension to click on this line and this diagonal line. And as you can see, I could type in the angle. So I could click and then type in 30 degrees. And then the next thing I need to put would be how far is the tip of this line to that corner. And here in this drawing, it shows us that it's 0.75. So with the sketch dimension still selected, I'll click on the top line and I'll click on this point right here and then type 0.750 or 0.75. Press enter, and as you can see now it's fully constrained. Now click create and click mirror, and then it says select the objects that we want to mirror, which is this line and then also this rectangle down here. Let's see if I could select that. Okay, so I don't really need to select the other two lines. These two lines are enough. And then I click select to select the mirror line, And as you can see, those three lines were transferred. Click OK. And then now we can finish the sketch by clicking on this green check and then click isometric. And now we are going to extrude. So let's move back for this one. So it says negative for the distance. So here it says here 3 inches. So we'll put -3. Press enter. So for the next part, we need to cut a channel through the middle of this model. So the way to do that would be to draw a rectangle and then use extrude in order for us to cut through the middle. Now, how big of a rectangle do we need to draw? For our height, we know that that rectangle should be 0.750, and then the walls of the rectangle should be 1/2 inch, 0.5, and another 0.5. So how wide is the rectangle really? It's 3 minus 0.5 minus 0.5, which is 2 inches. Okay, so click Create Sketch. Click on this face. And for this one, we want to project this rectangle. Okay, click OK. And so all these lines are now projected. So just click 2-point rectangle and then just draw inside this bigger or wider rectangle. Okay, now let's put our dimension. Click on this line and then click on leftmost line and then drag up, and then we know that this should be 0.5. And then do the same with the other side. Click on this line and to the rightmost line and then type 0.5 once more. And as you can see, it's now fully constrained. So finish the sketch and then click extrude. We are going to cut all and then click OK. All right, we're almost done. We just need to draw a circle with a diameter of 1 and with a distance of 2.5 from this edge. So that's 2.5, and then we also know that it's 1 inch away from the wall, the right wall or the left wall of the channel. Okay, so create a sketch right here. And as you can see, all of these lines are selectable already. So, but if they're not for you, you could click create and then project, and then you go ahead and project all those 4 lines. But mine is already projected. So I click center diameter circle, and I'm just going to start here at the center. Click drag and then type 1 for my diameter. And then click sketch dimension. So from the center of the circle to this edge is 2.5. It's already 2.5. So I press enter. And then from the center of the circle to this wall should be 1. And now my circle is fully constrained. I can now click finish sketch. And now I could just extrude this circle down. So we're going to cut through all and then click OK. Okay, so we're done with this model. Now we need to find out the density, mass, volume, surface area of this model, which is to be assigned stainless steel. So select and then right click, click on physical material, and then look for stainless steel this time. So there's a couple of stainless steel. We're just going to select the first one and then drag it onto the model. and now it's assigned stainless steel. Okay, click close. Select the material once more, right click, and then click properties. And now you could see the area, the density, the mass, the volume of this object. Once more, for density, we will be using pounds per cubic inches. For mass, we're going to be using pounds. So just click OK. Now go save your work. So hit save, type mounting bracket, and then hit save.